Okay, let's go. This is not the last match. We have the final after this. We have to welcome the Catalonia champion. He's just 20 years old. He's been doing a fantastic season. Not only the last season, the season before. This season is being magnificent. He's still alive in the 125. Està fent una temporada excepcional, va trencar estadístiques l'any passat enduent-se al Campionat de Catalunya com a jugador més jove que ho aconseguia. Let's welcome the way he deserves. Donem la benvinguda com es mereix en Pere Alcazar. And Pere will face a mysterious player. Nobody knows who is it. El Pere s'enfrontarà amb un jugador misteriós, and it's not you. Ningú sap qui és un jeune joueur, un espoir, a player who is still learning, he's still taking lessons, but he's still taking lessons at the age of 82. Donem la benvinguda a Eduard Poquet! Eddie the Poquet! Vinga, nois, molta sort a tots dos. And after that, the winner will face Chris Melling.
Un enfrontament de les generacions, una gent de veïnar aquí a Catalunya contra un young gun, com se dice en inglés, un young gun del Pere, que és un crack de tot. We'll see him here now, giving it everything to put on the show for us.
La veritat és que tota una sorpresa, tothom al Catalonia Pool Festival se preguntava qui era aquest jugador misteriós que jugaria aquesta semifinal contra el Pere Alcazar. I bueno, és l'Eduard Poquet, és un noi, perquè podem dir que és un noi, perquè té esperit de noi, que ha començat a jugar fa pocs anys i que amb 80... Quants anys ha dit?
83, em sembla?
83. Ha començat a fer classes de billar i bueno, pues, per la seva actitud.
And we see a brilliant shot from Pere already here, opening up his last yellow. What a player. He just judged that to perfection, and he's going to finish this first game in less than 2 minutes again. Amazing.
Fantàstic, el Pere demostrant perquè és campió de Catalunya.
Vinga, Eduard, xino-xano. A disfrutar, Eduard.
And we're just under 2 minutes in, and it's already 1-0, and we have to be grateful that we have the likes of Joan Marminya in here, who makes it possible for these young players coming through, like Pere, who won the under 18 European Championships when he was just 15 years old. He made it possible for those lads to come through, to get practice, to get lessons, and made our Q sport so much more popular in this region. And Pera has missed one here, but he's covered the pocket on the bottom right to make life more difficult for Eduard, and he missed one to the middle. And now Pera has one or two difficult balls that he has to try to figure out how to get on them. So let's see how he goes about this clearance. And he's backing himself to take this one up the line into the top left-hand pocket. The way the table is playing, I fancy him to get it, and it could be the frame-winning pot.
Fantastic. Tir del Pere ara.
And this shot is going to be very interesting to see now. He's going to play the top yellow with a lot of topspin to get a nice angle that's very difficult to get, and he ended up screwing it back. And from here it looks like the yellow, if you can get on the yellow to the top left, the last yellow, he might be in with a chance of winning this frame, but he's going to have to land right behind it with a nice angle. And he's went to open it up, and it's ended up perfectly for him, so he can just screw back up this into the top and leaves the black to the middle.
Son pare que s'ho mira des del públic.
Interesting enough choice of shot there, Chabi, don't you think? I thought he was going to go for the top corner to screw back for the black into the middle, and maybe the black goes in off the red. And he's tried something spectacular there, and it didn't work out. Eduard now has left Pera with a slightly awkward shot. He's going to jack up the cue here and go with a little bit of curve. And he just didn't put enough on it. And he's going to hit this cushion first and try to pot it, because I don't think it goes directly. It's going to take a good shot to judge it well. And unlucky in the end.
Públic anima a l'Eduard.
That's a great pot from Eduard. He still's got his work cut out from here. And he's trying to open up the black to make it easier, and he's enjoying it out there. He's giving it his all, and he's still in with a chance of winning this frame if he can pot this. Oh, he's missed one. And Pera pots the black to go 2-0 up. A nice black made it look easy.
Perquè no entra blanca ara. Som-hi, Edu. Tens tot l'estadi fotent de tu.
So Pera now with an open table here to no difficult shots. I fancy him to clear up from here.
Taula oberta a grogues. Barci Roger devia narrar el marcador 2-0 pel Pere, ja està corregit. Molt bé, Pere.
And Pera judges the roll of the table to perfection. And it's 3-0.
Vale, Pere, molt bé.
So it's a wild break coming up here now in the fourth frame, and as we look at him here, he looks to be very comfortable. He's enjoying himself out there, and he's soaking it all up. And let's see if he can win a frame.
Vinga, Edu, no passa res. Va, nano.
And if you're wondering where Pera learned his trade, he's been getting really great advice from Aram Barnaus, who's a WPSA qualified coach has been for a good few years, and he's been coaching a lot of the young lads here in Catalonia. And from a personal point of view, all the players that I've seen that he's been coaching have improved their game by a lot. So he must be doing something right, and it's great to see the future of the game is in good hands. And Pera has missed one, leaving a lot of a chance. Albeit difficult, he's gonna try to put a few balls here and see what happens.
Som-hi, Eduard. Ara que comentaves això dels alumnes de l'Aram, Max. L'Aram és un entrenador titulat per la EPSA, per la Federació Europea de Snooker, i ha tingut ha fet molta feina, molts joves, moltes promeses d'aquí de Catalunya, però també t'he de dir que també l'Eduard ha fet classes amb l'Aram, i bueno, en aquest cas
això vol dir que mai és massa tard per aprendre aquest joc nostre
mai és massa tard,
com diuen el sopar a cabra, que mai no és massa tard, and that's really true with this game of pool, that it's never too late to learn, and if you put your head in the game you can improve a lot, as Tabby said. And a nice tidy finish there by Pera. Got that to go 4-0. And I have to congratulate him on his dedication to the game over the last 5 or 6 years since I've been here in Catalonia. I saw him coming up through the ranks, and I saw him putting all his effort and concentration into the game, and it just shows you what's possible. I first played him in 2017. I think he was only 15 years old, and he beat me like 5-0. And I just stood there in admiration of what this young lad can do, and I'm sure he's going to do a lot of great things in the future. And he just had a dry break here now, and Eduard has the first shot at colour.
Som-hi, Eduard. Entra a la sala del teu cantó.
So Pera has 2 shots here, and he has a few difficult balls, but he's the free first shot now to try to open up his problem balls, and he's gonna and he's had a time foul. He didn't go fast enough.
No era conscient el Pere de que li quedaven pocs segons.
And Eduardo tried to play a safety shot, but the yellow that he played up at the table came down just enough for Pera to see to the middle, which means he should be able to get on his next shot. And he just pushes one of his other yellows a little bit safe, so it might be a little bit tricky to get out from here.
Bon tir el Pere, eh?
He might have to play 3 doubles in a row here, Tabby. What do you think? And flukes always get a great cheer here. He's going to go for the cross double here and try to open up the yellow into the middle pocket, and he just misses it. Oh, and that one just stayed up from Eduard, and he would have been in with a chance to win the frame had it gone in. But now Pera looks to be the favourite here to go 5-0 up. He's going to screw across to the other side of the table here with his pot into the middle and play the black into the bottom left corner. And he must have tried to go on to develop that because he played it a good bit too hard. But he still might have a double to the middle on. I'm not sure, it's difficult to tell from this angle. He might be able to sneak this into the middle. And the referee, Ross McGinn, is just having a small little joke with Pera. And maybe distracting him a little bit too much to make him mistake.
Interferir a favor del Eduard. Come on, Edu.
And Ross is trying to give Eduard some advice here. He's having a laugh out there with the players.
L'àrbitre que li dona un cop de mà i li diu cap anar de tirar.
And Pera now is going to try to double this black into the top left-hand corner. And he gets it. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? And it just stayed up. And that's unlucky for Edouard, who deserves to be on the scoreboard, but he hasn't got there yet. With 12 minutes remaining on the match time. Come on, Edward, let's see if you can get a nice frame on the scoreboard here. He's given it his all, and if Pera allows, maybe he might get lucky enough to win one frame here. But it has to be said that Pera is just a very difficult player to get the upper hand against. He's got all the shots, his technique is perfect, and his head is in the right place for just being a class act at this game. As this yellow just stays up here. But he blocks the pocket anyway, which makes Edward lives a little more difficult. And if you can find a way to track the yellow nearest to the red on the bottom right, as we're looking at it, to the left hand corner, being straight enough on it, he might be able to finish this frame. Has he got too much angle? It might go to the middle as well. He won't have to do much work with the cue ball here. So if he gets this one, I'd fancy him to win, because from the way we're looking at it, the black seems to go to the bottom left. He's just checking it there to confirm. And now he has a lot of angle to play with here to try to attract this black. And it didn't work out for him. He'll be able to play it off the red. And he gets it. What a class act. Stop that, Pera, at this hour of the morning. There's children watching. And the score is 6-0, and we have 9 minutes left, with Rossi setting up the balls here again for Pera to break. And we have balls potted again, and a chance for Pera Alcazar here to try to make it 7-0. He looks to have one or two difficult reds. Maybe he can develop one of them here. And he's not come far enough to put the red on here down the bottom left, so something special needed. And I think that red went, but he decided to block the pocket instead, leaving Edouard with a difficult enough clearance. And now we have Pera here strutting around the table in a Judd Trump-esque manner. And you just know when you see him like that he means business, and he tries to develop his red and leave Edouard with a difficult shot. And it's still going to be a very difficult clearance from here.
10 seconds.
Great shot, Edouard. Now let's see if you can maybe lay a nice snooker here and put Pera under pressure. Pera now with one nice shot here should be able to take out this 7th frame. And he's got a nice little rub of the green there, landing just about on this red. And he should be able to come around 3 cushions to land on the black to the top left corner. And is he going to go far enough for the middle pocket? Oh, he just stopped before the yellow and has a nice easy black here to make it 7-0. Nice one, Pera.
Molt bé, Pere. Bueno, 5 minuts d'aquest enfrontament que queden per aquesta final, on sembla ja que el Pere jugarà aquesta final amb el Chris Melling. Roger, aquest timing.
Is Pera going to try to... He's going for yellow balls. And just missed that one to the middle. We have to say fair play to Edouard, who, as Chabi said before, has only picked up the game in the last few years, and he's going very strong with getting used to the shot clock, which is not an easy thing to do. He seems like he's fluid out there and not being under too much pressure with the timing of the shots. He just looks so comfortable out there, which is a very nice thing to see. And a nice little angle here for Pera to try to develop these reds, or he's just left it short and trying to develop this one on the middle. And a rare error from Pera here leaves Edouard with a nice chance with 2 shots here to try to develop his difficult balls and maybe lay another snooker to put Pera under pressure. And that's finished up fairly nicely here. He might be able to develop the black here. And he just missed it. great little shot, and it's going to come down to him being able to pot his last yellow over the pocket and try to land nicely on. Oh, he's played a top spin shot and it didn't work out for him. So close your eyes and hit this one as hard as you can, Edward, and hope that you try to get position on the black. He's going to roll it in, which means okay. And Pera with a strange shot choice there. You would have thought he would have gone for the other red. Maybe Ross McGuinness was whispering in his ear to let Edouard in with a chance. But here he is now with what looks to be a black double to the middle, or is he going to play a thin? And he went for a thin and it's going in, and there he is, and the back goes in! And that is very unlucky, Edouard. With 49 seconds left on the shot clock here, we have an 8-0 from Pere Alcazar, and he's been a pleasure to watch. Edouard was unlucky not to win a frame in the end. And another entertaining match. Edouard soaking up the atmosphere here with a big round of applause for him, and fair play to him. He deserves it. So we're in for an absolutely spectacular final here now with Pera and Chris.